Hello and welcome to City Alpha 3, a Star Trek podcast here on the Nerd Party Network. I am your host, Darren Moser, and I'm always joined by Phillip and Daniel. And we're not going to be talking about new Star Trek. We're talking about old Star Trek, decades old television. But
Get
gentlemen,
off my lawn.
Any new... are you still reading through the movies, Phillip, or Daniel? Have you continued your introduction of your girlfriend to Trek? How are things going in the Trek universe for both of you?
I'm actually currently reading a Babylon 5 book. That's actually a good one because most of the Babylon 5 books I've read have been kind of crap. But this is the long I forget the title, like the long day night of Centauri Prime. Of Centauri Prime, but it's really good. But anyway, for your Star Trek, actually this weekend I went to my first Star Trek convention here in the UK.
That's right. How was it?
Yeah, it was good. Destination Star Trek in London. Well, I hate to start off with a negative note. I guess it was smaller than I pictured in my head. I mean, of course, I didn't pay that much for the tickets; weren't that expensive. And like, in order to get to like the panels,
don't forget the population of your country of residence has dropped dramatically. In the
London is a world capital, but I mean, it's not a complaint though, because the tickets weren't that much, and they had lights. That we came in merch. There's kind of the merch. The vendors booth was basically sort of like the main thing when you walked in, so that was cool. And then on the right hand section, as you walked a little bit, they sort of had the different, actors and talent at their tables. Like we, if you remember at Vegas, where we went to that room and they just had the people sitting there where you could take pictures and stuff. But this was sort of, against the wall. And so I can't remember all the people that were there, but like that, a lot of the younger Discovery people, like, I'm blanking everyone's name. Tilly was there. I mean, hard to spot. She has like the big red hair.
Discovery Trek for actors. Yeah.
But they had cool. Yeah, but the person I got to speak to, because we, there were lines and, we weren't going to pay for autographs or whatever. But I was like, hey, can you just go up and talk to someone? I'm like, I don't know. But then I saw someone who was like, I can talk to him just for briefly. Wilson Cruz, from Star Trek Discovery was there. And I had heard him recently on a non-Trek podcast I listened to on a comedic political podcast. And so I just went up and like, hey, I heard you on Love It or Leave It. That was really because he sang like the intro song. And so we talked for not that long. I mean, it may have been like 2 minutes tops, but we just had a little talk with Wilson Cruz. So that was cool. He was very nice and everything.
And you didn't end that conversation with, I have my own Star Trek podcast. If you'd like to join us. Oh, Phillip, opportunity wasted. We could hear Wilson Cruz preparing burritos in the microwave. I mean, it was the best.
Marina was there as well too. But anyway, so then, and they had like a little museum, like a very like a little one, but it was cool because they had like some of the costumes from everything, like 2009 Discovery, Enterprise, I mean everything. And then they had a little section, and I can't remember the guy's name. It's in my brain of someone like that's a person, but it was one of the VX people that was on TNG or whatever. But he had.
If it was a CUDA, I swear I'm going to.
No, I know that one. But it was he had one of the shooting models of the Enterprise D. Now it was kind of like a little stripped, like it didn't, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't the huge one. It was probably
like the 4-footer or 5-footer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so that was cool because we just talked briefly, but and I was like, oh man, this is everyone knows this, but anyway, I said it's a beautiful ship, but I heard that it's kind of a B to film, and he's like, yeah, it is. And I was talking like, oh, such a shame we had it in Generations where you finally got to see it, then we blew it up. But then he said, from his perspective, there's 3 different things Enterprise Ds they used on Generations, and I don't think I can tell, but he's like, oh, you could tell, it was like there's the CG one, and there's this model, and there's the
big old saucer.
Yeah. Well, then I think he said there were recycled shots, which I didn't know that there's recycled shots from the show that they used in Generations. But anyway, but it was cool. So, I mean, it was a good time to talk to people.
I mean, they did later recycle that exploding bird of prey.
I was going to say the bird of prey is,
but that was the other direction.
Yeah.
I think the cultural moment hit me about it being in the UK is when I heard a Bolian with an Irish accent. You don't often expect to get that. So that was my adventure.
Is that Mr. Matt instead of Mr. Mott?
It was Mott, but it was M apostrophe.
Oh, Getting for the apostrophes. Well, that's awesome. Well, I mean, I haven't been to a Star Trek convention since we all went to 2016 for the 50th anniversary in Vegas. And oh, what a time we had. So Philip went to an amazing convention. Daniel, what have you been doing in this past week?
It's not a competition.
Well, you win. Okay.
But if it was, we know who'd be winning.
Yeah. So we're actually, I'm still watching. We're now in season 2 of Deep Space Nine. Watching Armageddon something or other. I think
Armageddon game, I think, is one.
Is that what it's called?
Isn't that the one where Kaiopaka keeps dying over and
no,
over?
No, that was a season 1 episode.
Oh.
This is kind of a forgettable one where like O'Brien and Bashir go to like help these people.
Storyteller.
That happens a lot. You got to narrow it down just a tad.
They go to this planet to help them destroy their weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Keiko can tell that
pretend that they died because he drank the coffee. Yeah.
So, kind of a middling episode.
And then at the very end, you get the laugh track of like, yeah, well, I knew because you didn't drink coffees in the morning. He's like, but I do drink coffees in the morning. It's like, you don't know your husband at all. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I've just been watching Prodigy and which has been enjoyable. Although I do really want to start reading Coda, the final 3. Maybe they're kind of wrapping up part of the novel verse. Who knows? But I have other things on my listening list till I get to that. So it'll be a little while, but it's not going anywhere. But I wanted to play a game since we love playing games here on Ceti Alpha 3. There's no shift involved. Don't worry, guys. It's going to be easy. No, it's going to actually be pretty challenging. So I came up with this game, and it is Star Trek title card guess. I mean, I'm still workshopping the title of the game. But what I've done is I took the frame of an episode, and for this case, it's just Next Gen episodes because we know those the best, and blurred out the title, which would usually appear kind of in the top left corner in blue text. And the goal is you just have the information on the screen to guess what episode it is. Now, I did make it a little easier. I'm not going to give you any of the Enterprise orbiting blue planet, Enterprise orbiting green planet, because those, honestly, I couldn't even tell. Like, those were just, there's no way to guess. And I think I removed most of the Enterprise is followed slowly behind by a Excelsior class, because that happens a lot in the beginnings. So I tried to just pick title cards where you could probably figure out what this episode is just from that. And I did kind of randomize them a little bit. So it's not going to be like season 1, then season 2, then season 3. But we will go with first to kind of buzz in just by yelling out the episode title if you can. And otherwise, but you can take all the time you need to try to figure it out. Any questions?
I mean, I just think I don't often get to play these games, so I'm glad you did this and I get to play it. B, I'm just glad you chose such a visual game for an audio medium. I think that's my favorite part.
Oh, yes. Well, we're recording this, so maybe it'll find its way onto YouTube. But yes, I will.
Maybe you have a home game version.
When I switch to the slide, my plan is to, if you guys don't immediately guess it, I will then kind of describe it for our audio listeners. But
there's a star field.
Yes.
And a ship. There's
blue writing.
So starting with this first one, we have a runabout.
I have a guess,
which are not too many episodes with that. Okay, Philip, what is your guess for this title card?
Timescape.
It is Timescape.
I knew that one
where they stick their hand in the time. Yeah, there may be only a handful of episodes that used.
I think it's the only runabout, honestly.
It might have been.
Pretty sure.
The only one I can think of, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, a preemptive strike, which of course is the penultimate episode, because wasn't at the very end Riker and
in
row in a
We're
runabout,
on
or am I
one.
making that up?
I think they were, where she aims her phaser at him
Yep.
and then beams away.
Mhm.
It's a rogue fact. Daniel, let us know. Are we right?
I'm curious. I don't remember it specifically being a
Runabout.
I mean, it
but-
could have been a shuttle, but they were sitting next to each other, which is not as conducive for. It's not a shuttle pod, and I don't think the Goddard.
Runabouts are just big shuttles.
Yeah, just.
That's
But yes, it is Timescape, where they're coming back from the conference on Delvinia to some planet, someplace, and they find the Enterprise kind of askew in
Right.
space.
And I remember Jordy's talking about the vendors room he went into, and then Deanna was at one of the panels she went into.
Yep. And Picard
then,
gives his talking in one unbroken sentence, moving from topic to topic.
and then Data got some autographs. Maybe it's a different con.
All right. Well, I think you guys are the next one is gonna be a little easier. So hands on the buzzers, ready to answer. Slide 2. No, I didn't stab you, Daniel. Just what is
I know what it is.
So it is
Tapestry.
It is tapestry. It is a bright white background with Q in robes and Picard with a blood-stained chest.
That is hilarious. I know this is not, again, for those who can't see this, that's the title card.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what complete white background, which I have to say is probably maybe the only. I mean, I would just think it's always dark.
Well, and remember though, the titles usually happened after the first commercial break. You had the cold open, which was kind of like 5 minutes, and then then you would come back and you'd have the music swell, and then the title card would come up. So yeah, it happens not in the first moment.
I mean, it's right in his neck.
Yeah. It's where the placement, and it's very in for like title safe. So it's not like really in the corner. It's more like
right on top of the actor.
Yeah. It's like a third down. Yeah. Right on top of the actor. But yes.
I am curious because, like, and I, having not rewatched TNG in a hot second, there are some shows, and I'm thinking non-Star Trek, but there's some shows that'll sometimes throw the title like in the teaser, and sometimes where that title won't show up until like a minute into your act one. And so I don't know if Star Trek has ever kind of stayed that long. Sometimes those opening credit, I mean, by opening credits,
Prodigy, they've stuck it at the end of the title sequence where like it says the director's credit and then it will say the episode title. So at least we get episode titles. But yeah, I was waxing nostalgic for the TNG and just throw it in some blue text. Nobody's gonna care. All right. Well, this next one is gonna be a little trickier, so it'll give you some time to decide. You might be able to decode it from the number of blurs above. But we have a Romulan warbird at warp, which, I mean, there's a few episodes that use Romulan warbirds.
2. I'm going to see if Daniel has a first.
Oh, wait, Daniel, do you have a thought on what this could be?
I'm so bad at episode titles. So,
well, and you can describe
the one with
you can. Yeah. I'll accept the one with so and so.
I would think so. My first inclination is the Troy episode because I think they would start on.
I think you're
Warbird, right, but I can't remember the name of the stupid episode.
Is it like the eye or?
I was thinking the Eye of the Needle the whole time, and I'm
face
like,
of the enemy.
Right.
Face of the enemy,
which is right, because you can kind of see this blur is face and then 2 little blurs for of the and then enemy. So yes, I'll give that one to Daniel. You knew what it was about, but yes,
my first guess. I mean, because the blurred title is too long, but first
it's very long.
Yeah. First, I was thinking the Defector because it's with the scout ship or the warbird chasing the scout ship.
Right,
but then I saw how long it was.
Just a warbird. Yeah. So what about this one, which is
the Defector?
Yes, that is the Defector, which I'm pretty sure it's the exact same visual effect shot of the warbird. They just,
further away.
Yeah, it's further back. It's trailing. These ones were interesting with the ships because there's only so much you can do, with, again, I tried to make it where it was deducible, like with a little bit of thought you could figure it out, because there were definitely some where you're just rolling the dice. And there are several hundred episodes of Next Gen, so I'm not that.
I think you should throw some of those in, and that way we're just guessing like 6 of them.
All right, so this next one, a great episode. The Enterprise is next to a comet of some kind going towards a star.
It's a very short title.
Short title.
Oh no, then it can't be what I was thinking it was. Oh man,
What do you think it was?
I was thinking it was the first season episode 1 where with the Tchaikovsky, right? Wasn't there a comment in that episode?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The Naked Now or Naked Time,
Now,
or whichever naked it was.
The waveform.
But just
propeller.
this comment popped into my head.
Yeah. So
is this? I don't think I'm right. Is this season 3?
No.
Episode 1.
No.
The one with baseball and Wesley and all that.
I can give you hints. This is season 7. Actually,
oh lordy!
It's towards the very end.
At the end, why would they be following a comment season? What family member was going to be involved with this? Is it?
It's not a Q episode, right?
It's not Data's mom, is it?
It's not a Q episode. It's one of our favorites, and I say that with quotes.
Oh, is it Masks?
It is Masks.
Oh,
because they're gonna melt that comet down, and there'll be a library inside. But yeah, I know it's hard because the comet's only there for like a minute, and then it's now the library, and we don't even talk about the comet ever again.
Oh, it's a big, considering how big the Enterprise D is. I know we often forget its scale. That's a pretty huge comet.
Yeah, it's a
neat shot.
Comet.
It's a shot that cool. You just don't even like. It's like because I saw it, I'm like, whoa, I don't even know that shot. So
right, that's what's so fun about this game is it's like it happens so quickly, and often it has almost nothing to do with the actual episode. All right, so this next
Sometimes
one,
like the title,
hot button, should be pretty easy, I think. And boom,
Riker, second chances.
Yes,
wait, is it called second chances?
Yes,
wow,
second chances.
Right.
We have Commander Riker and yellow shirt Thomas Riker in the same shot.
That's 100% Jonathan Frakes, right?
It's
he looks
totally him.
Beefy.
He does look a little. He does,
it's future Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah, well, at least we know the replicators weren't broken down on that planet for several years.
The one where he's scavenged. But there's a, I follow many people on Twitter, but on my political Twitter, quote unquote, there's a law professor I follow. But anyway, long story short, his wife, they had their wedding anniversary, got him a Jonathan Frakes cameo. For the anniversary.
Ooh,
nice.
And so she shared on the Twitter.
That's
but it was really cool because he did all the things. It's like, because she's like had never seen an episode.
He knows what to do.
He knows
the
what
assignment.
To do. But especially like, happy anniversary. He does a little song and he's like, shields up, red alert.
Yep, that's all we want to hear.
Yeah, torpedo. And I'm like, he said this thing.
It's like that's all we want to hear. Or you know what I would take as a close second? I would like him to go into his what was it, Beyond Belief or something?
Oh yeah,
or like
fact or fiction, right?
Would you stay in a cemetery for $1,000? Like just start to like ramble on. I would love that.
Is it your birthday? Fact or fiction?
Have you ever ridden a bicycle? It's just the most random.
I just really want there to be an empty chair and he just walks into the frame by walking over the chair.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, good job with second chances, Daniel. Some say it's easy. Some say you just know Star Trek so well.
That's right.
All right. This next one, I think, is going to be a little tricky. So we have the Enterprise D and
an ambassador class.
It's some sort of ambassador class.
It's not yesterday's Enterprise.
It's too short for that.
That's right. This is what I would have thought yesterday's Enterprise at first, but
it's not Drumhead, is it?
No, it is not Drumhead.
I was trying to think of why they would be a ship next.
Did they show the ambassador class outside of the?
Here we go. I was surprised. Yeah,
I didn't remember that.
I didn't. Again, I think it's one of those. Well, so is being transferred from this ship, and it just happened to be a shot of the ambassador, which also probably means it's after.
Yeah,
yesterday's Enterprise because they have the model.
Yeah, because they have the model. Yeah, it's only a model.
I'm trying to think. It's going to be some admiral has to be coming over, or some ambassador.
I will say it's 2 words.
It's not preemptive strike, is it?
No.
I was just thinking okay. What about the Maquis? Sorry, I'll stop guessing after this. You got just naming every episode. I'm just thinking something where it had an Admiral Nechayev. I was trying to think of all the Admiral Nechayev ones.
Yeah, it is. I will say it is an ambassador that is coming over,
Oh,
Ambassador,
which is kind of like the tertiary storyline. It is
Oh.
not the primary storyline.
Do we see anything on the ship?
which ship is it?
No, we never go to that ship.
Oh yeah, what ship is it? Can you tell us that?
I don't even know.
I like how that you would tell us and it would not help, but we just want to
Yeah.
be curious.
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
It's just as ambassador.
You're just making it an ambassador.
An
Class
ambassador
carrying an
comes-
ambassador.
Yeah, I know. Surprise, surprise.
A little too on the nose. You don't see the Enterprise carrying galaxies.
Would we know the ambassador by name, or is that also important?
again, it's a very small part of.
Have
the
you heard of
story.
Sarek?
Jeez. No, it is not Sarek.
It's clearly 2 words.
It is 2 words.
I'll say give up. Oh, well, what season? Do you know what season?
This is season 4.
Okay, so it's going to be theoretically a good episode then.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Okay, we're so judgmental on our Star Trek.
Like you
It's
said
all right.
7, we'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
So
All right. I can give you the answer if everyone's not quite sure.
Yeah.
I don't
So this is Data's Day, which is the one where he is talking about all the different things that are going on, and you have the quote unquote Vulcan who turns into be a Romulan who beams over at the very end, which is
That
kind
is
of
a
the sub.
lame.
But yeah, I was
Data's
surprised
Day-
though that it had the ambassador class in it.
This is Data's Day where he's writing a letter to Commander Maddox.
Yes.
Who-
Yes.
Obviously has a very long and fruitful life, and
yeah, Daniel,
wow.
tell him about that.
Great characters working, to make life better for you.
All right.
awkward.
Okay, that's all right. You don't have to get everyone. Now we have a well-used
Good lord, that's a
station
long
of some kind.
title. It's the longest title ever in TNG.
Is it a season 2 episode?
No, it is not a season 2
okay.
episode.
Oh, you were thinking with the elevator.
I was thinking with those people from the 20th century. I couldn't remember what ship looked
that's
like.
Neutral Zone. That's
Neutral Zone,
season 1.
Oh, season 1. No, is
Yeah.
it season 1?
It
Yeah,
is
Neutral
season
Zone's the
1.
last.
Okay.
It is the end of season 1.
Yeah. Not
Because this is
conspiracy.
very like NASA-y.
Yeah.
Like
Do you guys
this is
have
very modern day.
Now I haven't heard
space
any
travel.
guesses yet. I've just heard stuff.
I see. What supposition? You have to admit evidence. At first blush, I was thinking parallel. It's obviously not parallel. So you just think like the big satellite. They're investigating a satellite. Obviously, it's the beginning. It's either been damaged or attacked.
Is it a Geordie episode?
Oh God, not the one where the dog did it.
No, it's not Aquiel.
Yeah, it's way too long. Okay. Is the first word the?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it looks like it is. The something. The Enterprise incident. No, that's not it.
No, I think you guys are overthinking it. It is the neutral zone. You guys were right. It's
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Yeah.
You wanted to see how long we didn't press
Well,
the
no,
official
I
submit
just-
button.
That's the thing. You were
Oh.
both chatting about it. So
I also
That's our
asked
guesses.
I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
asked if it was a season 2 episode, thinking
And it-
the neutral zone. was a
Daniel
season
should get
2
that point.
episode.
He described the episode before, even though I said the
okay.
title.
I will give it to Daniel.
If he didn't
but
say
yes.
the one with the 20th century.
I mean, your question was, is it a season 2 episode? I'm like, it is not. So
Yeah, that was my bad.
The computer's notorious for giving you bad information.
all right. Now we have the Enterprise, and there's kind of a gas.
Wait a minute. They shouldn't be going towards that dying star. We learned about this
Yeah.
in Prodigy.
We have red gas sucking away into a
This
star.
is the one that I was talking about with the Paul.
And it's weird because the title seems to be like
Stubbs.
it literally the middle. So you think it has Paul Stubbs in it?
Is that the Wesley Paul Stubbs season 3? The one I was talking about earlier. With,
Yes, this is the Paul
with the
Stubbs
egg.
episode with the egg.
What is it? It's something. It's a short title, obviously.
Baseball. I think it's called baseball.
No, it is not called baseball.
Wonderkin. No, it's
No. Well, you
I
did
could do the entire. I
you
could
did
give you the
describe
entire
it,
episode
though.
verbatim
Yes.
without actually knowing the title.
This was called Evolution because it's the little
Evolution.
nanites that evolve and threaten the egg.
Yeah, and Daniel, that's how evolution works, right?
Right.
Yes,
Yes, of course.
totally.
Must have been written by Brandon Braga.
I mean, you just watch the 2-parter Evolution and Genesis, and you learn more than any science.
What's more to
textbook.
know?
I
That's
could
a
ever
biology
give you.
degree right there.
I will say too, this is an angle we don't normally get to see on the D.
It's not. It's really not, and they do a good job of it. It's one of those definitely not a stock shot because they're not going to show this phenomenon very often.
No.
Phenomenon. All right. Next up, we have, I think, one with a character you only see in one episode. So it's going to be a bit of a quick guess.
Obvious.
Philip already brought this up. It's
now we have to do the title though. I mean, it's obviously the one with Data's mom.
it's Mama
but
Data.
Well, yes, but
I have no idea actually what that title is.
Inheritance.
Inheritance.
I think that's
It
right.
is
Yeah, good job, Philip. Yeah.
I don't know. For some bizarre reason, I was watching a YouTube clip from this episode. It was the one with Dr. Soong as the hologram. You know,
Right, the bird
you're seeing this
and the
because
dreams. Yeah.
No, because when she gets damaged,
Oh, right. He shows
it
up and says,
activates.
"Don't
Or there's
tell her."
there's like a chip in her head, and Data plays it. And it's a
Well, there's lots of
holographic.
chips and all
Yeah.
over her because she's a robot. But yes.
Mm.
All right. Good guess. Now we're going to have our favorite station, not Deep Space
Station.
Nine, but we're going to have a
Oh.
ginormous sized regular one.
Regular one from Star Trek.
But you know, if you just
4.
shoot it bigger, it becomes a whole nother place. And a,
Actually,
and a
I'm gonna
fairly
say not
long
that many
title.
space stations.
Yeah.
I was like,
is
where's
it-
the title? There it is.
Is it Measure of a Man?
It is the measure of a man.
Ah, very good. And
'Cause
Picard, have your
that's where they
Android turned
go.
in.
You know. Yeah. Again, it's like the middle of the frame. I don't know why they're putting it there, but
I mean,
All
to be
right.
fair, it's a pretty crowded frame.
it's a very crowded. Like you could
So-
barely tell that the Enterprise is there if you didn't know it.
Yeah, it's like it's super.
it could dock inside that opening. It's like and these windows are ginormous on these saucer discs. But anyway, you know, we all know they reused reused models. All right, next slide. We
Oh, I
have
know that
Picard collapsed on the floor.
It's
he is wearing
Gambit?
his jacket.
it's the what is it? Is it the one with him and Beverly? And they're
It is the
Oh.
one with him and
Oh.
Beverly.
I can't remember the name.
it's like connected, but it's not connected, but it's
I was
something like
thinking
that.
too, Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Um,
it is attached. You're right,
attached.
though. It is the one with Picard and Beverly where they're
I'll give that to Dan.
attached.
Yes.
Very good, very good.
That was my cosplay for Destination Star Trek, wearing the
Oh,
Picard jacket.
Very nice,
you know,
very
combo.
nice.
It's the appropriate time of year, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, jacket weather. Yeah. All right, now we have everyone get ready. We have a nacelle with a registry on it.
Yesterday's Enterprise.
It is yesterday's Enterprise with the Enterprise C nacelle all beat to heck. Yeah, because
Such a-
that's right. When they came back from the commercial break, it was already there and time had already changed.
Is it flying by or is it that badly zoomed in? Like I would love if there be
No,
like
it's
an
zoomed
Enterprise.
in and then they pan over and the Enterprise D is next to it. But we get a nice shot of the Enterprise C and it's all, it's.
And
it
I
looks
just
like
love
it's
a
been through
nice
a lot.
Enterprise C flyby.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have enough of those.
All right. We get an interesting prop location in this next one, which should help you.
Oh,
So-
I know it. Oh, I just watched it. Oh, man, what's it called?
So
It's
it
when-
looks like a kind of a dispenser of some kind, dispensing pucks of food,
Food,
perhaps.
which
I know the episode.
Cussick can't eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Picard is abducted,
Yes.
and it's fake Picard. Fake Picard gets on the ship and he
Come
starts
cheer
singing.
up my
Yeah.
lunch, just a glow.
That is
Um,
not Captain Picard.
Double? No, it's not that.
It's one word. I'll give you that.
I don't know. I don't know.
Duplicate.
Allegiance? It's not allegiance. No, it's.
I know. I was thinking that
It
for a
is
second.
allegiance.
Oh,
You
it
were
is.
right,
Yes.
Daniel.
Okay. All right.
Very good. Very
I
good.
just start saying titles. Eventually, one will stick. And
He's
it'll
going
all make
alphabetically.
sense.
So
I did watch it recently,
recently,
like not too recently, but like a few months ago. So it's kind of
Again, you know it based off of the prop easily, but yeah, calling back the title is always an extra
yeah,
step.
but outside of the numbers, Daniel knows this because it was in his alphabetical rewatch. This would had to have been there.
There you go. All right. Next up, we have Worf about to beat up an alien.
Oh,
that's James Cromwell, right? That's James Cromwell alien, isn't it?
I think it might be.
Oh,
it's like a
Birthright?
Uridian or something.
No, it's not Birthright.
It is Birthright. You're
Oh,
right.
is this part two?
This was part one. But
Oh, is it?
Oh, I was gonna guess part one, so I think I should get that point.
you
well,
said
you
out
didn't say
loud.
anything though, Daniel. You just kind of sat there and
Chat is
listened.
not
Birthright part
guess.
one. Birthright part one.
All right, now this next one should be very easy. It has row in it, so
Oh,
Daniel's gonna
So
get
there's
it
only
really
like five
fast.
choices.
And
rascal.
that is right.
God, it's
Is
such a
young
weird
row.
shot for a shot.
I know. Again, it's like this is where they're being scanned and checked out after their transporter,
Yep,
and
your
it's
children,
young
all right.
row.
The important thing is, Darren, you mentioned Rose in the shop, but you didn't also mention that Guinan's hat.
Oh,
is
but,
also in the shop.
it goes without
so-
saying, I think. But
Yeah.
Which is it's Whoopi Goldberg's birthday this weekend. So happy birthday,
oh, there
Whoopi.
we go. So we have a good blue shirt scanning the child. All right, now we have a matte painting, a beautiful matte
Ooh.
painting of some planet.
It's not the Kronos.
No, we're not on Kronos. Yeah.
You mean the Klingon homeworld?
Yes. Otherwise known as the Klingon homeworld.
Oh boy, give me a
That's gonna be-
hint because
that's
there's
gonna be
no
tough,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Season 6.
Okay, so most likely not good, but might be.
So I think you know it, Daniel.
No, I don't think I do.
Oh,
Is
okay.
this not the
Is
one?
this the one? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Phil. 'cause
Well,
Oh.
I don't think I'm right. I was thinking of the one where Picard is stranded and he has that lady. He's trying to,
It is not the one
Oh,
where
yeah.
where he is being like separated from the crew, and then
yeah.
the
This thing where there's
alien is-
three different aliens.
Yeah,
one's
it is
being
not that one.
aggressive, one's eating, one's.
I will say that it is like that where Picard is somewhere and everybody else is in this building.
Oh gods! This isn't Starship Mine.
This is Starship Mine. You're
Oh,
right.
This is the commander.
This is Commander
Hutch.
Hutch's. Call
Call
me
me
Hutch.
Hutch.
Yep. This is dismal
Such
looking
dreary.
brown building
I know.
over some ravine. Yeah, I'm sure it's a reuse from something, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
at season 6, I'm sure this was used in some other thing, but yeah. Again, not a matte painting that comes to mind when I think of. That's what's funny is the first shot of the episode is always like it's in the Barian sweep maker, which is obviously you would get it, but then this is what they put the title card over, which has
So
almost
weird.
nothing to do with the episode. All right, well, good guess, Philip. You followed your instincts. Next we have Troy walking down a corridor followed by her
Oh.
mother.
Dark
I have a
Page.
guess. Yeah,
Yes,
that's going to be my guess.
That is right, Daniel. It is Dark Page.
Just because he walks on it is dressed a little darker than
Yes.
normal.
She's wearing her Dark Page.
It's foreshadowing.
costume. Yes.
Yeah.
And by the look on Deanna's face, she is really excited for her mother to catch up to her.
Little
And ask-
one.
Yes. All right. Now, next we have some holodeck action going. We have Data and Geordi at the door.
Oh, what is the name of the episode?
Okay. It's season 2, Dr. Pulaski. There's
Yeah.
only one choice.
Season 2.
Elementary, Dear Data.
Yep.
Elementary Dear Data. That is right.
I did see this cosplay at
Oh, that's
Destination
awesome.
Star Trek. So that was pretty cool. It's two women actually, but it's pretty cool.
Yes, so they are dressed as Holmes and Watson. Next, we have a very happy Worf. Apparently, it's her birthday.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
I'm right.
Ensign Gates is that ensign there.
Oh,
That's
yeah, that's
right.
right. Yeah, we see her a lot.
All the
Oh my
no
god,
names.
I don't think I've ever noticed that those balloons are just like Party City balloons.
Yeah, they're just normal balloons.
They're not
Well,
like
because-
space balloons or anything. They're just
He hasn't
like-
added the CGI,
That's funny.
Yeah, Worf looks
explosion
really
streamers.
excited that they're singing for him.
And he has that whole He-Man shield prop. No, I don't-
Yeah, in his chair, little corner of his chair.
the Klingon barber shop.
All right,
Sure.
this next one is a space shot, but again, only seen in this episode. And I think you'll know the title.
Oh, yes. Relics.
Dyson Sphere.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Philip
is
gets
right,
it.
Philip. It is the relics, the Dyson sphere going off into nothing.
Now, is that Dyson sphere
which
inside?
I'm
is there
guessing was probably a matte painting. Is how they would do that. I'm not quite sure.
it looks like it's real. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like it's just a zoomed in.
Looks
that's
like
a
a
lot-
model that was.
So
just
that'd be a lot to
replicated.
model, like off
I
into
mean-
infinity. But
It could
not
just
sure.
be something like it almost looks very Star Wars. You just zoom in on
it
a
does.
section.
It does look like the Death Star. I mean, a Dyson sphere is so large you would not see its curve. It would look like a wall.
It's
If you're that
truly
close
So
to
the
you're
Death Star.
saying you're a flat Dyson Sphere, Darren?
Yes. Yes. Some say it's a Type K star in there. I don't believe it. I believe something.
Everyone knows
There's
it's just
lizard people in there. I know it. I know,
it's just
man.
dead Bajorans that get brought back to life.
Oh
in there.
man. All right. Well, this next one we have Picard in the observation lounge.
Which that is Gowron. Is that
It is
Gowron?
Gowron. It looks like
talking to a
Gowron.
Klingon spatial match on the forehead. Yes, it looks like it is Gowron.
So there's limited choices.
It's the one where they actually find that dumb version of
Oh, you think it's that one? See, I was thinking it was Redemption, but you're thinking
it is Redemption.
okay, you got
Oh.
Philip is right.
this is the Arbiter of Succession. This is a candidate Gowron,
Yes,
I
we
believe.
need to
okay. Yep.
need to avoid a civil war.
This is early Gowron then. You know.
Yeah, this is season 4, Gowron. All right, now he needs a little bit more hair gel. We have Riker. looking
I have a
this
good
is-
guess.
Shattered,
Yeah.
not shattered. It's where he's crazy. Mind flayed. Oh, what the heck is it called?
Oh, see, now I have another guess. If that's wrong, is
yeah.
it? I mean, he's saying Riker goes crazy play. If it's not,
It
my
is-
second guess
It is not the Will Riker goes
is
crazy.
it Schisms?
It is Schism.
That's
Yes.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Having
of.
bad dreams, Riker.
Yes,
that's what it is.
yeah.
He's
Yep.
not. It's not sleeping well.
Good
I'm
call.
not crazy. Dreams.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, very good.
Is
Now,
this like Sarek with Picard telling Data? I don't think he quite got his hair right.
yeah, he looks a little. He needs.
They
He's some-
tussled him.
Yeah. Who had that job?
Jonathan, before you come up. All right, go ahead.
They used the balloons from
Make up.
that
They just stick
from
it
that
up.
other episode. Yeah.
All right, next we have a Q episode
All right,
coming in.
Daniel, you get this first take.
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember the title. I know the
It
episode.
is
silly, but
True Q.
It is True Q. You're right. With the girl Q. That's
Wonder Years.
Finding
Amanda. Oh, that's right. I don't think I've ever thought about that. Yes, obviously. Well, now Daniel. Now you have to say
Oh,
the original
classic
Wonder
Wonder
Yeah.
Years. Older sister Q. Yeah.
That's right.
All right, very good. Now, next we're going to move on to the transporter room. We have
Oh,
the fish
the
people
Antidians.
standing
Yes.
It's actually. Oh,
What
I
is
know what
it?
it is. I'll
Go
give
ahead,
Daniel a
Phil.
second. though.
I don't.
'Cause
I know the
this
episode, but yeah.
This is really a Loxana Troy episode, and that therefore this is Manhunt.
This is Manhunt.
Nice.
Right?
I thought
She's
it
on the
was-
hunt for a man.
I thought this was earlier than that, but I guess
This
I mean,
is
it is
season
early.
2. This is
Yeah.
late season 2.
Yeah, this is like one of the probably second or third uses of the holodeck because that's when Troy doesn't know she's in a holodeck, or Loxana doesn't know she's in a holodeck.
right. Oh yeah, yeah. Mhm.
That's right. And she comes on and then she looks at them and
Then
she's
she
like, why are
comes
they
on.
here?
To the bartender. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This next one got a little bit of mood lighting. We have O'Brien standing up
Oh, I know
at
it.
the console. What is
It's
it, Daniel?
Disaster.
It is disaster. He's been knocked down.
You never see O'Brien on the bridge.
Yeah,
that's
but
a
he
rare
is.
sight.
It's pretty much the only place he is on this entire episode. So it's a good guess. Yeah, and we got the dark, the full lights of the bridge are not on.
Auxiliary lighting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Ron Moore that wrote this episode or whatever, but whoever it was, I know was fighting to get that exclamation point in the title and couldn't get it.
Oh yeah, no exclamation point. All right, next time we have this one's gonna be a pretty easy guess.
It was
I
written by
think.
Ronald Moore. Oh, fake guy from the future guy.
Yes,
Max Headroom.
fake guy from the future
Yes,
guy,
um,
but
It's
I'm
not Times Squared.
I'm gonna need a title for this one, guys. At least it does have the word time in it, so it's
not
Time
Timescape.
is a fire in which we burn.
Not Times Gambit.
Look at the blurs.
A
Look at
Matter
the
of
blurs.
Time?
A matter of time.
There
That
we
is right.
go.
But yes, and I think wasn't Robin Williams supposed to be this character?
I think so.
I
I
think I
believe
read
so.
that.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
it went to not Robin
Matt?
Williams.
Yes.
All right, we have another surgical suite with aliens.
Oh, second contact. First contact.
Yes, first contact. That is right, Dan.
Second contact. I'm thinking.
Second contact would be from lower. From
That was
Lower
animated.
decks.
animated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yes, where they are discovering that Riker is not one of them.
And
Wait a
then
minute. He has 5 fingers.
Yeah.
what kind of freak is this?
He's a phony.
And this completes the let's see, if trilogy, what's two duology? This completes the Cheers duology of Star Trek.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where all
This room
Cheers
is so
just
tiny.
a holodeck. I know. I was trying to think of what redress this was.
Sick bay?
Maybe sick bay.
I mean, it has to be, right?
Yeah,
Because you can tell that they built a construct out. That's the room's
everything's
bigger than
built
what
up.
it is.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, next we have Casual
Oh.
Card.
Wow, y'all know what this one is. I'll give you a second, Daniel. What is it?
It's not Captain's Holiday, is it?
No, it is not Captain's Holiday, but I would see what you would guess
gotcha.
that.
Go ahead, Philip. Philip got
That's not Picard.
It's
right.
I mean, actually, I know it's like the most favorite Star Trek episode.
Well, then
ever,
you should be able to give
which
me the
I
title.
hate. I don't hate it. I just don't think it's as good as everyone said. But it's the fluty one. It's the one.
Inner
where you-
Light.
There
you go.
One. Jeez. All right. I'm gonna give that one to Daniel because
Good. I don't want that point.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Riker and Worf figuring out what went wrong here.
This is the one.
I got it.
All right, go ahead.
What is it? It's Iborg, isn't it?
It is Iborg.
Yes.
That's right. Where we're gonna have Hugh.
Oh, and I
the-
think
the crash
he lives
board
a long
cube.
and
Yeah,
fruitful
wonderful
right?
life. Yeah.
Everything
like
works out well
everyone-
for
yeah.
him in the end, so it's all good. I'm glad. I'm glad we had
Yeah.
this.
Wait, did you
episode.
mean Wonder Years or It's a Wonderful Life? Because you said very different things. All
This
right,
was
now
what they actually show, and I just want to point that out because they show his brain in that scene, and that was pretty gruesome for 90s.
yeah, it's pretty.
I mean, it's no plucking someone's eye out. But
I mean,
yeah.
apparently Borg don't have seatbelts because when their ship crashes, they all just get thrown out onto the
Well, see,
ground.
the thing was, Darren, he was one of the lower decks board.
Oh, okay. I'd watch that. All right, now we are returning to the back lot.
Oh, Wild Wild West. Oh God, that's
Is that
It's
the
not.
episode title, Daniel? Is it
It's the Ancient West, and
West?
oh God, what is the
I
name
can't
of-
remember the name of it.
Oh, it's
Fistful
a
of
great
Fistful of
title.
Data.
It is a
Fistful of Data.
fistful of data.
Oh,
Thank
Fistful
you.
of Data.
Thank you. My goodness, I can't believe we almost didn't get that one. But yes, so we're obviously at the Wild West backlot, and Data's about to lay down.
I don't know what I'm expecting, but when just in this still, look, it's a great episode. I'm not trying to, but this still just like, man, it's a crappy backlot. But anyway,
You know, from this angle, I am noticing the giant like wall of trees that are apparently in the Wild West behind the town.
yeah.
Oh,
Definitely doesn't look like
Californian
LA.
trees. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. All right, now we have another ship. Will we be able to tell what it is? It's a pretty tight shot.
The Star
The
Destroyer.
Last
What the heck?
Starfighter. I
No,
think is what this is. I don't
I'll
know.
give
What
you a
this
hint.
is.
Take a look at the upper right corner. Where are we?
Where it's some sort of a asteroid field or
So an
belt.
asteroid field and a strange alien ship.
oh, I know. We already talked about that one.
It's not booby trap.
It is
or-
booby trap.
Oh,
You're right.
nice,
It is a
nice.
Promethean battle cruiser.
From
Didn't anyone play with
10,000 years
ships
ago,
and
Data.
bottles?
Don't you know?
Yeah. All right, this next one, we love to hate it. You'll get it. Troy
Oh, ghosts
and Beverly
candle ghosts
at an open grave.
sex episode.
Oh wait, come on, Daniel. Just give me the title.
Sub Rosa.
Yeah, you're
It's so
saying
hard
like,
for me to remember titles
Jeez.
sometimes.
all
I like how
right.
they're dressed like they're in their formal uniform.
The mini formal.
Yeah. All right.
I'm curious, because I always think about like cons. People always ask stupid questions, but like it's such a wasteful question. But I would one of the answers: which dress uniform did you all prefer? Like, because you had this, it went three links. You had the full skirt, you had about the demi skirt, and this is like for the formal uniform, and then you have whatever the heck they're wearing, which is like the hip skirt.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it a
It
skirt.
looks almost more like TOS skirt just with pants.
Yeah.
Well, I want to reiterate, it's not a skirt because it doesn't cover anything. Like that's a shirt that goes
It's
to
a
like their
long
waist.
tunic.
Yeah. Well, you wear leggings. I mean,
Yeah, but I think
I'm
a
kidding.
skirt has
Okay.
to be a skirt. Actually, has to cover something. But anyways, that's fine.
Well,
Someone
let's
hasn't been to the
debate
club
with
lately.
us three white men.
Yeah,
the
that's right.
skirts
That's
in the
right.
Star Trek universe.
That's exactly
No,
right.
that's all right. All right. Next, we have our friend Alexander.
all right, go ahead, Daniel.
I don't care. That's my.
Wow.
It is Kalar. Kalar is still there. So
Yes,
it's,
Kalar's there.
It has to be the episode she dies in, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Which is called
You Are the Father.
Klingon Mari.
I don't remember the name of the episode.
It's not Redemption. It's
No.
I already said that.
No.
It does begin with an R. I
was
give you
thinking
that.
it might. Reunion.
Reunion. That is
Oh,
right.
Reunion. Okay,
It
yeah.
is Reunion. Where, hey, Worf, you have a son, take him. I'm going to die now.
Yeah. Let me register for school first.
All right. This next one might have been used in multiple episodes, but it should be
Fine.
pretty quick to guess. We
We'll
have the
name
Enterprise in space dock.
Oh, I know family.
Yeah.
Yes, it is
That's it,
family.
yeah.
Yes.
That's right. It's the unofficial third part of the Best of Both Worlds trilogy.
And the only episode, I believe, not to have a shot on the bridge.
Oh.
It's really interesting too what they're doing here, because we know that there's massive space docks and stuff above Earth. I wonder why they would do like in universe. Why would they would have like this claw thing and not actually have it docked somewhere, or like
Or
space
inside
dock,
a space dock. I mean,
space dock
yeah.
1 would be right there, which is probably the biggest.
Although if you
whatever.
think about it, if you're doing repairs and like bringing in a new nacelle, it's easier to do that in open space than inside a space.
Do you
dock.
know how big those space docks? Darren, I know you know how big those space
It's
no,
the
docks
I
TARDIS
know.
in there. But no, I've never
I know.
actually seen you guys correct me. I've never seen any repairs done at space dock. Like it's just the parking garage of Starfleet.
I
Like,
think
they
we
don't
had
actually-
a little bit in lower decks. Some repair. We had they had that one shot where they're repairing the Cerritos, and she doesn't want it to go all Sovereign class. That's inside a space dock.
Oh,
but-
okay.
but not
so you're
in-
going cartoon. Okay.
Oh,
I'm thinking the sequence that's coming to my mind is the one from Beyond, which is the time lapse that they do of,
where they're building
of
the Enterprise A.
reconstruction. Yeah, which is again probably the most expansive.
I mean, this
that
from the
we've
movie
seen.
that welds the ship together on Earth and then launches it into space. I mean,
Whatever.
'Cause I was thinking even in Nemesis, to quote Bad Things, like it was in this similar, I mean, not exact, but I think it's more like in the U kind of like Star Trek motion picture kind of dried out when they were repairing it.
I mean,
At
it's not
the
a huge
end.
deal. These are nerdy things, but I'm thinking like if you are going to do it in space, why do it right there, like in close Earth orbit?
Why not
Why-
Utopia Planitia? I mean, that's
why
what
not
they do
it
all
in
day.
Utopia
Yeah.
Planitia or somewhere else where it's like
Say, hey, we build them, we don't fix them.
because then we're not home. It's Mars. It's not. Earth.
I get it. The visual is important, but
All right. So next we have Picard on the floor, passed out.
Oh, I have an idea, but Daniel, go ahead first.
I've got nothing. I have no idea.
Clues.
It is Clues. That's right.
Okay.
Where
okay.
they've been knocked out.
Oh
And-
wait, isn't that the McDuff episode?
Yes.
No.
Oh no, it's not.
What is
So
that,
that would've
episode
been-
called?
That would have been a good guess. It starts with an I, doesn't it?
That's what I was thinking of. It's no big deal. You don't
Yeah,
have to
no.
look it up.
Clues is the one where Data is lying.
No, that's right. Okay, gotcha. That's what I was thinking of when I saw Unconscious Picard.
But yeah, not and we've already done Inner Light, so it's not that one. Which I think he had his jacket on in that collapse.
That's true.
I think you did. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
All right, only
Con-
3 more.
Daniel, just to pause. Conundrum. That's what you were thinking.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry.
Is this stupid genetic planet episode?
Yes, probably. Yes.
I'm
It
never
is.
gonna
name.
Oh god, really long title.
It is a long
Masterpiece
title.
Theater.
It
Masterpiece
is the
Society.
Masterpiece
Society.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's you get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I hate that episode so much.
Well, the
All
guy
right.
is. I'm trying to remember. Like the love interest for Choice is such annoying.
Yeah.
All right, we only have 2 left. Let's see how we do. This one has a strange red shirt.
McDuff Conundrum. We just brought that
We
up.
just talked about it. Yep. It's strange McDuff standing on the bridge.
Conundrum.
This looks like the image that you grabbed, Darren, looks really poorly photoshopped. Like all of these
It
people,
does.
they
It
don't
does.
look like they're in the same room at
It
all.
really
Before they just got like the stand-up poster of
Yeah.
Geordi that you can buy.
Worf's eyes are closed.
How is Ro sitting there? I don't think you can sit completely backwards in that.
No,
scene.
she's in the this is season 5, so she's in the upright chairs and the chairs just turned around.
I don't think you can turn it around that much.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I don't think you
could
can turn it 180 degrees backwards.
Well, we'll have to watch
And
Star
yet-
Trek again and find out how much it can rotate. All right, and then the last one I have generated pretty straight.
You're not going to give us a hard one for the last one?
Well, we'll see.
I know.
We'll
I just
see.
would done a Starfield. Oh, come on. That's
well, it's
And-
either.
actually there's. Well, go ahead, Daniel.
It's either
There's not two choices.
Encounter or It Is All Good Things. I think that's the only
No,
time.
there's a third choice because when Q showed up the second time, they also did this.
Oh, QQ, but it's
No, it's not Q. It's not even Q-less.
You're
You're all wrong. No one has said the episode title. Yet.
Oh,
It's either Encounter at Farpoint Part.
So
something.
one. It's one. What happens both? I guess it happens in both.
Yeah. But it's oh,
You're saying it's not the first or the last episode.
No.
it's the second Q appearance, and I can't remember what the name of it. It's the stupid one with the
Q?
alien soldier things.
Stupid one.
Well,
Well, it is. No one likes that one. No one ever talks about it.
Well, Q becomes Data in that episode, and that's
Yeah.
kind of worse.
Riker gets Q gifts.
Q gifted. Q.
It's not even one that makes sense.
It's Riker with a Q instead of a K.
No, it was never a title.
Hubert. Riker. I don't know.
Hubert. I don't know. I don't remember the title.
I don't know. What is it?
Right. All right. This is Hide and Q.
Hide.
See, it doesn't make sense.
It's stupid. Yeah, that is dumb because that doesn't.
It was
make
over.
it-
Yeah, I was describing it right.
All right. So those are all the ones, that I had selected. But yeah, if we want, we could do random.
Yeah. Give us one that you thought like that was a dumb.
Give us one of those planet ones you're talking about. See if we
Yeah,
can
we'll
suss
name
that
it.
out.
We'll go through all of them.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. Loading.
Do.
Somebody gets to edit this out.
Oh, actually, unfortunately, I haven't blurred any of these, so it's not going to matter. But
Birthright Part 2.
yeah,
That would have
but
been
yeah.
really hard. I don't think I would have ever gotten that. though.
yeah, but you have
I-
like this one where it's
Hollow
like,
for
and
oh yeah,
I-
never would have gotten that one.
You know
yeah.
what? Maybe
This
it's better that
one,
we didn't.
this one.
wait, hold on. Go back. Because that is the same shot of the Enterprise D.
yeah,
Go back.
Of course it is.
Yeah, of course they reused.
Like you
them
can literally go back
Yeah,
between the
it's-
two, and it's
Oh, no.
literally
Oh, it gets better. So
the angled
here,
it by like 2 degrees,
Arsenal of Freedom,
right?
all.
Angel One.
It's zoomed in a little
planet.
bit more. Yep.
The exact same planet, and then Redemption.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already
Maybe
guessed
that
it.
would have been impossible.
Because that looks like Earth.
Where the bow brave.
Oh, that's literally the same.
Yeah. Who watches the Watchers?
Okay.
Oh, that's a good shot. I like that overhead one.
Matter of perspective, going the other way.
That literally is a matter of perspective.
Justice,
Never would have guessed that. Holy
the
lit.
high ground, enemy. And then we have the
This-
back shot where we have
literally the same
home
shot.
soil, survivors,
Uh-huh.
outcast. I mean, this is so
See-
so
Oh
similar.
my God! Look
Wow.
how close that is. Somebody took a week off. Somebody was on
Our
vacation
favorite
or
mess of both
something.
worlds. Here we have the big goodbye. That one of the few
That's
shots
terrible.
where it comes down like
the
it's-
middle, straight down the middle.
I would have thought that was Encounter because that's what happens
Yeah.
in Encounter. as
Yeah,
well.
that's true. It does. Gambit. We have bonding. At warp.
Lessons.
We have symbiosis, cause and
Wow.
effect.
Wow.
Oh,
Power
imagine doing that one.
play.
Imagine doing cause and effect. There's nothing in that title.
Skin of evil, shades
Oh,
of gray. I mean, again, like
These are terrible.
it's just the ship and maybe a planet.
Wow.
Here's our favorite heaven.
Yeah.
Icarus Factor, Descent 2.
It's just literally shots of the ship.
Yeah, it's just shots of the ship over and over and over and over and over. And
How
it's
many
like,
of them are the same ones? There we go.
yeah, there's some that are definitely. I mean, there's others where, like,
Oh, perfect. You never would have guessed that for Genesis.
Yeah.
Just like half the saucer is in an asteroid field.
yeah, pretty much. Oh, this one's cool where they haven't gotten to the space dock yet, but this is where they're flying into the space dock.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's that also used in the Star Trek, the Klingon Challenge board game shot.
Oh.
But yeah, we have ship in the bottle, Q who interface, and then we have the at warp. It's like at warp still, and then we have another Excelsior, class.
Yeah.
Yeah, more warps, there's a lot of these guys. Like that's why I didn't pick any of these because it's just warping somewhere.
That in theory one would have been perfect.
That
Okay,
would have
yeah.
been fun. I don't think I would have ever got that.
Or this one, they're randomly in the. I'm like,
what episode did Picard and Riker appear in the ready room?
No, you guys don't understand. Like, I'd say at least 75% of these are just shots. I mean, again, it's a formula. It's just what they do. This one where the title is God,
look at that font. Look at that font.
It's the same font. It's all the same font.
It doesn't look the same.
Yes, it is.
Look at how what do you call it? The spacing between letters is so off.
That's true. It is. But yeah, it's like, here comes the Enterprise.
I feel like you could do like a flip book of some of these.
Yeah,
like,
this one was kind of maybe it's Times Arrow where they're at the morgue checking out the people who had died. No, the people who had died of cholera.
You're right.
And this is Riker as a policeman. But yeah, lots of here's another Excelsior.
Ooh,
okay, here's the Acriel one with the station that we were talking about. Yeah, and actually Encounter PowerPoint has nothing. It would just be a blur on Starfield. Oh my gosh, you guys don't even know. It's like Dune. It's like we'd have Contagion. So this is the one where
never have guessed it.
Yeah. See, I tried to make it at least. God, you guys don't even know. There's so many. This Enterprise.
5 hours went into making this 40-minute
and that's
game,
it.
guys.
This was everything. Like honestly, there aren't that many where it is easy to kind of play out.
Oh, that one would have been easy.
Yeah, Imaginary Friend.
I never would have guessed that
one. I would not have got that one.
Code of Honor.
Definitely would have got that one.
And Lonely Among Us.
So
yeah, there's some obviously where you have, there's
you could have done a Barkley one and you didn't.
I know. But yeah, so again, once you take out the Enterprise around a planet and the Enterprise with the ship and the Enterprise at warp, that's like 80% of the title cards. You have data lore. Yeah, so it's again, I tried to pick ones where you could at least infer and try to like, okay, it has a Klingon in it and it's Galeron, so it's probably this one, where you have like the
you did very well for sure.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
You could have 80 pads on your desk, as you're trying to figure things out, or the one where Picard's having tea, really narrowing it down. But yeah, anyway, so let's take a look at the score with, let's see, 5, 10, 15, with 18 points, Daniel, and with, is it really that close? Yeah. And with 19 points, Philip.
The curse lives on. Well done, Philip. Well done.
Yeah.
So we had a total of 39 ones to pick from. But yeah, so this was fun. It would be fun to maybe do the same thing for a different show besides Next Gen. And I'm sure we would have a lot more of it's the one where B'Elanna does the thing with the place and the time, as we're not as versed on the episode titles, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this game.
Darren, sorry, I was just thinking, because you like saying doing it next time. I'm like thinking of, just different ways to kind of switch it up.
Yeah.
And I just happened, because we were talking about Disaster earlier, and because this is an audio podcast, you could actually play. So, for example, from Disaster, you could play the Captain's Log, because this is the Captain's Log for Disaster.
Oh,
our mission to this planet has been completed, and since our next assignment will not begin for several days, we are taking a welcome respite from our duties.
That's a good point. So either pulling the audio or just reading it from Memory Alpha.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. I think, version 2, we can do the Captain's Logs because they're often used, and often they may not have anything to do with a particular episode.
Usually they do, but not often.
Or just like this was kind of building off of the Netflix summary game where it's really hard to tell, and often it has nothing to do with the episode. But no, I like the Captain's Log idea. I think that would be fun. All right. Well, Philip, as the winner, Do you have a speech to give? Any?
The title of my this episode for me will be Victory.
Victory or death. And where could people find you if they wanted to talk about all of your title screen love?
Sure, they can find me at NC Public Servant. That's NC for number one winner.
Wait a minute.
and Daniel, if someone wanted to talk to you about the one with Troy where she's in the dress, but it's not that dress, it's the other dress, where would they find you?
No, not her dress. God, forget it.
They can find me on Twitter at OneUpDan. That's the number one, not the word, as in the place I'm going to be after this damned recount. So.
And if someone wanted to talk to me about visual games for audio podcasts, a short history, they can find me at drsci-fi.com, DRSCIFI. Well, I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
And I'm Daniel Prue.
Stranded here playing crazy games on Ceti Alpha 3.